There are certain diseases that are so common, if you don't know about them, you could be putting your pet at risk. So in today's video, I wanted to go over the top 5 most common diseases that every single pet owner needs to know about. No 1. Dental disease. You may not realize it, but dental disease is one of the most widespread and often overlooked conditions in our pets. In fact, over 70% of cats and over 80% of dogs, by the time they reach 3 years old, will develop some form of periodontal disease. The problem is, for a long time, we, as pet owners, didn't really know how to prevent dental disease. And so we kind of just let it happen. But the good news is there's a lot that we can do. Some of the symptoms of dental disease include things like bad breath, bleeding gums, and difficulty eating. Periodontal disease can lead to tooth loss, but it doesn't stop there. As the disease progresses, bacteria from the mouth can actually enter the bloodstream and travel to vital organs, like the heart, liver, or kidneys, causing serious infections. That's why it's so important to take care of your pet's teeth. Now, routine dental checkups starting at a young age are key, and daily brushing at home with pet-safe toothpaste is extremely beneficial. You might be thinking, I don't have time for this. It seems like a lot. Trust me, I understand. But here's the thing. Brushing your pet's teeth can significantly reduce the buildup of plaque and tartar, which are the main culprits behind dental disease. And if you can't brush their teeth every single day, then make sure you're at least giving them dental chews or toys that are designed to help scrape plaque off of the teeth. In addition, you want to talk to your vet about professional dental cleanings under anesthesia. These cleanings allow the vet to remove plaque and tartar that has built up above and below the gum line, which is something that you can't do at home. By taking these preventative measures, you can help ensure that your furry friend has a long, happy life, free from pain and discomfort caused by dental disease. Number 2. Obesity. Obesity has reached epidemic levels among our pets, and it is a ticking time bomb. When it comes to their overall health, over 50% of pets in the US are either overweight or obese. And that's a big problem. You see, being overweight or obese increases their risk for all sorts of health problems like diabetes, arthritis, and even certain types of cancer. Plus, it can shorten their lifespan. So, what's the solution? Well, first you need to control portions because overfeeding is a major culprit. When it comes to obesity in our pets, and trust me, I get it, we love to spoil our furry friends, but it's important to remember that they don't need to eat more than you do. In fact, most commercial dog foods are overfed by most pet owners. Next, make sure you're feeding them a high-quality diet. This will help them stay at a healthy weight and keep their coat shiny and their energy levels up. Finally, regular physical activity is crucial. A tired dog is less likely to be destructive or overeat. So make sure they're getting plenty of exercise. And if you're not sure if your pet is overweight, ask your veterinarian for a body condition score. This is a simple, straightforward way to evaluate your pet's weight status and determine if they're at risk for obesity-related health problems. Number 3. Parasites. There are many different types of parasites that can affect our pets. These include things like fleas, ticks, heartworms, and intestinal worms, like roundworms. Each type of parasite can cause different symptoms and health issues in our pets. For example, heartworms are spread through mosquito bites and can cause severe damage to a dog's heart and lungs. Fortunately, there are now medications available that can help prevent heartworm disease. And yes, it is 100% preventable. Other parasites like fleas and ticks not only cause discomfort, but also can transmit diseases like Lyme disease to our pets. That's why it's important to use veterinarian-approved preventatives year-round and not just during peak season. Now, parasites are a very common problem, and they can be stubborn to get rid of. So it's important to follow your vet's recommendations for treatment and prevention. This will help protect both your pet and your family from the negative effects of parasites. Now, those are the top 3 most common diseases that affect our pets. And if you haven't already, please make sure you're taking steps to prevent these conditions in your own furry friends. And now for our bonus to diseases that every pet owner should know about. 4. Diabetes. Diabetes is becoming more and more common in our pets, especially in middle-aged or overweight cats and dogs. Symptoms of diabetes include increased thirst, frequent urination, weight loss, and lethargy. If left untreated, diabetes can cause all sorts of health problems, including blindness and kidney failure. But the good news is that most cases of diabetes are preventable, and early detection and treatment can make a huge difference in your pet's quality of life. That is because early treatment can help regulate your pet's blood glucose levels and prevent these serious complications. Now, treatment for diabetes usually involves insulin therapy, dietary changes, and careful monitoring of blood glucose levels. But again, it's much easier to manage this condition in the early stages before those serious complications set in. So talk to your vet about ways to prevent diabetes in your pet. And during your next checkup, ask about routine blood work to screen for diabetes, especially if your pet is at increased risk due to their age or lifestyle. Finally, number 5, cancer. Unfortunately, cancer is one of the leading causes of death in dogs and cats, especially as they get older. Just like in humans, there are many different types of cancer that can affect our pets, and each type requires a different approach to treatment. Some of the most common types of cancer in pets include lymphoma, mammary, cancer in female dogs, and cancers of the skin, mouth, and digestive tract. Now, the good news is that there are things that we can do as pet owners to help reduce our pet's risk for cancer. First, make sure they're up to date on their vaccines and prevent. Next, feed them a healthy diet and keep them active. And finally, schedule regular veterinary checkups. Early detection is key when it comes to treating cancer effectively. So if you notice any lumps, bumps, or changes in your pet's behavior or appetite, make sure you take them to the vet right away. So there you have it, the top 5 most common diseases that affect our furry friends. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to keeping our pets happy and healthy. So be proactive, stay informed, and don't hesitate to reach out to your vet with any questions or concerns you may have. Thank you for watching.